Am I about to get kidnapped right now? Like, I don't know what's going on.
I put cling wrap on their face, hot mess, the nose was wrong.
I got pink eye before I could get to the studio.
The mask is to represent kind of like the shame.
I had them sit there while I put them shade it.
I was like in the twilight. Side chaining?
Side chaining. Yeah.
A plot twist.
A murder mystery.
Hi, actually.
Oh.
Break it down. This isn't the first time. Another night. With the sticks on the floor.
The album is 9 tracks. 2 tracks are instrumentals, just to give some idea of the vibe that we wanted to go for in the album. And then the other songs have lyrics on them. The creation of the songs, most of the lyrics, all the lyrics were made by Amanda.
Backtracking a little bit, when he first asked me to join the band, it started off as like, okay, well, I have these ideas. Because I knew about the project before I was in it. And then we started drafting a like storyline. So for me, something that I've really liked with like artists I admire are that they have a storyline for their albums. And I would just come up to him with like ideas of like, oh, well, I want this to be like, I want to have a plot twist. I want this song to be this. And that's basically how it was written.
A plot twist.
A plot twist, yeah.
It's a murder mystery in the song.
A murder mystery.
Hi, actually,
I was,
this idea.
to be fair,
Oh.
I was watching a lot of You at the time, the Netflix series. So I was like, man, I love this show. And yeah, every song has something to do with how the 2 characters involved in the album feel and their dynamic with one another. So I wanted the guitars and the instrumentals to represent like the emotional turmoil or like something that represented what the song was about lyrically.
I try to make every riff in the whole song to feel a certain way, go with the lyrics and what the song meant, and follow a storyline.
That's really interesting to me. I didn't know most of that. My songwriting process for how I wrote my bass lines and all of that, they sent me demos. Never met these guys for they got to contact me over like Instagram. I had no clue like these backstories behind the music and stuff. I kind of wish I did. That's really interesting. I didn't. So you even wrote your guitar parts to like the idea and stuff. I just wrote them to like, this sounds cool. And I was just like sending it, and then I was like wondering if they were gonna be like, oh, this sucks. And this never, every time they're like, this is cool, next song. And I'm like, okay, all right, okay.
For Killing Me, specifically, I had written those lyrics like by myself. A lot of the times when I'm thinking of melodies or things like that, I will be just playing my acoustic guitar. It's the best acoustic guitar in the world. I just have to say, like, it's my favorite instrument in my room. You know, I've played like other people's instruments. Like I've been to his house and played his guitars and stuff, and I'm just like, nah. My Fender Tim Armstrong Hellcat guitar is the best thing I've ever, like, I bought it on a whim. I'll just like be in that vibe. I'll be strumming my guitar, and then as I'm playing it, I let just the words fall out of my head, and I'll just Frankenstein it together and then refine it for the story. The stories that I write are not the lives that I'm living, but these are experiences that people have had.
Some ideas for some of the songs, like for Molasses, I had Molasses like half done, but like the bridge of the song came the idea happened with her guitar. Writing process, it had a story behind it, and with Ravi, it was mostly like we were already on studio, and well, it's just like we needed to like move on with the recording of the album. I just sent him the demos, and he made some really amazing bass lines that are really good. Really fits the vibe and the songs really well.
Thank you. I really try. I was really stressing out a lot about like what the vibe is, what I should be doing for the bass lines, and I'm glad it worked out because I was really worried about it.
Before Silver Angel, I was in another band, and with that band, I played a show together with him. He was in another band as well. I saw him play. I knew him, but I think I talked to him very briefly. But then later on, we have this person in common with Amanda. It's called Marcus. Went on tour with this group that he has, School of Rock, and he met Ravi there. And then I started like looking more into his profile. I'm like, yo, like he plays really good. He seems like he's experienced, and right now kind of what we need is someone that can fit in and like make something great out of what we have. I went on Instagram, I DM him, I asked him, hey, like I have this project that's like a post-hardcore kind of shoegaze vibe, and like we're looking for bases, and I don't know if will you be down to do it. And then later on the conversation continued, and that's how it happened.
I didn't know that I knew this before, like when he first messaged me. I didn't remember his account. His account was like anonymous. He was like, where it was just his profile picture was like him wearing the mask. I was sketched out, but he sent the music. I'm like, okay, well, if there's music, like it's real, so it's not like the first rehearsal we had. I was worried because I'm like, I don't know this dude, and all I know is he wears a mask, and like, am I gonna pull up to the car and he's gonna be wearing a mask? I was so like, am I about to get kidnapped right now? Like, I don't know what's going on, and it's like, am I really doing this? Like, I'm doing this for the love of the game, for music, or I'm gonna do it for music. And I was very happy to see that he was not wearing the mask when I got in the car, and he was not trying to kidnap me. I was very glad.
The mask is representation, is like another version of myself. In this case, it goes with the story of the album. The mask is to represent kind of like the shame that this person felt. There's 3 reasons. One, I'm shy on stage. Second, the mask has changed 3 times. There was 2 prototypes before the mask, and then the one that we have right now.
I'm a very crafty person. I'm like in the arts, like in every way, like it's not even my business. I was like, okay, let's make the mask. And so it was ridiculous. I had them all sit down at separate times, and I put what's it called, cling wrap on their face, and then paper mache'd it. And I had them sit there while I paper mache'd it, and I tried to get one of the other old members to help me, and theirs was a hot mess. When I wasn't doing Andres's, when I wasn't doing any of them, and they were trying to do it for themselves, it was a hot mess. The nose was wrong, like nothing went right. So I was like crashing out a little bit because I had to like fully lead that. And actually I still have them in my room, like, but because, you know, they're past members, they're just like memorabilia of like the past in the band. There was like a whole extra lore with the mask, which was like with the whole vibe of like Silver Angel, to present like different vices, and like do like biblical references.
I think that I was not part of that. That was pre me, and I think that idea is so cool, and I wish we'd stuck with it. I would totally wear a mask. I think that'd be so fun. I like the biblical references, ideas. That's so cool. Cannot believe you made masks.
Oh,
that sounds like.
And another thing, more recently, I was like, so because the current masks that we have could be better, I'm thinking I offered them to 3D print.
3D print, yeah.
To 3D print a mask. So that's also something that we're considering right now, because I have the materials to do that. I just need to make the schematics, you know, like the 3D-ness of it all.
Maybe there's a chance the mask might be updated. But as for right now, it's the one that I have right now. And yeah, it could definitely be better, but it's almost like an artistic thing rather than like I'm trying to keep my identity hidden. Me, when I first started playing guitar, I was very into like kind of 80s glam, very different from what we have right now. I was very into Guns N' Roses. I was like soloing, virtuoso stuff. So I would like practice that all the time, and then eventually my music taste started developing more. I started discovering more bands, getting more heavily into music, and I discovered shoegaze, and I started liking shoegaze bands. So I started liking bands like My Bloody Valentine, but at least for what is Silver Angel, it's a mix between that, like the ambience, kind of like huge wall sound, and a lot of metalcore, 2000s post-hardcore. I really like.
for my bass parts, I had to kind of rely on what I know best because I didn't get a lot of input. So it was very much post-hardcore. You know, one of my biggest influences is Pierce the Veil. But then there's other parts that I have that's very disco, funk, and like 80s pop influenced, that I'm almost, you know, imitating like a Michael Jackson synth bass kind of vibe.
I really like Circa Survive. Anything with Anthony Green, honestly. I love Sleeping with Sirens. I also really, really like The Fall of Troy. They're a huge inspiration to me. For post-hardcore, they're so interesting with the things that they come up with, and a lot of it is like unconventional. Like Ravi, I also incorporate things that have nothing to do with the music that we make. Like I really like Elliott Smith and I like Alex G a lot.
I forgot to add that at least now she was mentioning The Fall of Troy. That's a band I really like as well, and there is influence from The Fall of Troy and Modern Color as well. Like not like every song is the same. Every song is different. But you'll hear like those influences in there. Vocals, drums, bass, and guitar. You'll hear everything. It's a really good mix of stuff. When you mix multiple genres, it just comes together. It works out. We found out about YMU Studio because of Amanda. She works here as an intern. Sound really good. She told me about this place that they were gonna give us an opportunity, and they gave us an opportunity to record our singles and our albums. So we're really glad, really happy that we were given this opportunity, and the experience has been like really good.
I would say I love being here. Working as an intern here is different than recording here. But I think it helps me both ways because I can understand what it's like being on the opposite sides of the glass. I love working with Carlo. He's very supportive of all the people that come here. I felt the support being here. I love working with Diana, that she's so adamant on wanting the best for us and helping us become more independent as a group, helping us to sign up and register our music. The YMU Studio is such a supportive and awesome growing environment. They're our first cheerleaders because they hear everything before it comes out. With Carlo, like I can ask for help from him as like a producer, like, hey, what do you think is like a good idea? Because I think perspective is important. Recording here has been awesome. Everything's always like ready to go, fast moving. Yeah.
First of all, when I came in here, this is my first time in like a real like studio vibe, and I didn't know what it was gonna be like. I didn't have any pictures or anything, you know, when I came here for the first time. So I walked in and I was like, whoa, like this place looks so much bigger inside of without. So I was like, what the heck? I like looked around. It felt like I was like in the Twilight Zone. I'm like, what did I just walk through? Like, how is this in there? Like, it was so confusing. But I mean, this place is so cool, and I've had a really good time. Everyone's so professional here and friendly, and they helped me just like in the off time learn how to do like the signing up for publishing stuff and distribution stuff and like all that and things that I just really didn't know about, and it was really helpful, and I had a really good experience here, and I would definitely I hope I can continue recording there because it was really nice. It was really nice.
I mean, it doesn't matter, man. Okay, so no, you don't want to use it.
No, because everything else is good. So we want to promote this album as much as we can so that it gets to people that might like this type of music. We want to start playing a lot of local shows. We want to have some merch that maybe we can sell so that we can start saving up for maybe in a future tour. The main thing will be promoting the album. We really wanted to reach as much people as possible and kind of like just keep making more music. This is not gonna be the only release that we will have. We'll keep grinding, keep making more. And there's more song ideas that we still have and that we'll release in the future, but for now the goals of the band is kind of like having a local presence and then eventually keep moving forward.
I forgot to mention there's this local band that disbanded, but their name was Staircase Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited to see where the band goes. I feel like Andres does a lot of the like vision boarding kind of ideas of like what we're gonna do, and then Amanda is 100% the person who's like organizing it. And if it wasn't for Amanda, things would not work out as well. Like Amanda is actually the only thing like keeping us like on track.
Yes, I be in that group chat.
And because it was in the beginning, Andres was like the only one I was on contact with, and it was not very consistent, or it was a little rough. And then so once I got in the group chat and I saw Amanda like being like, okay guys, so let's make plans for this and that, I was like, why was I just talking to her the whole time? Like this would have been so much easier. I would have gotten stuff done way easier. So I'm just excited to see like, you know, where kind of they take us, and I'm happy to, you know, keep doing my thing along the way and bringing my energy and my bass. That's it.
The most important thing for all of us would be that we're happy with what we're making, because you know, part of music, well, even in general, music is a form of expression, and we want to be able to express what we feel, and a message or music. All of our music has a meaning, and we want to keep doing that. We want to keep making music that might reach someone that might need it, that might listen to it and be like, hey, like this is it came at the right moment, and we like really they can really connect.
For our mixing sessions, I did sit in on some of them. I think it did definitely challenge me as like a sound engineer, because I needed to learn how to articulate what I wanted and know like the technicalities of it all, instead of just saying, hey, you know, mix it better. I'd be like, well, I think that the highs are like, you need to can you EQ it lower, because the bass is like pushed very high up in the mix, and then the guitar is like sounds like it's peaking in certain parts because it's the dynamics of it. And then especially for my vocals, I'd say yeah, I'm very nitpicky, because I feel like the studio recording should be something that I can deliver live, of course. The other day when I was here, I think well, he's like the master, right? And I'm the apprentice. So I think of it as like, he wants me to share like my creative vision, you know, because I'm technically the client in this situation. And I'll be like, I'll be singing. So he'll play, he'll send me the audio through the headphones, and I'll be listening to it and I'll be singing. And I'll be like, did you like that? I'm thinking about having this as an idea. Like, what did you think of it? And he was like, what? And I'm like, the thing I just sang. He's like, what thing? And I'm like, I realize that he thinks that what I'm singing is the track that's going. Like, that's just how the track is. And so I'm like, I'll like, okay, we need to redo that. Like, I wanted to record that. And so I think, especially when it comes to like producing ideas and things like that, like we have a good, I guess, rapport, with being able to like, I can tell him, hey, I'm thinking of doing this. And then I have to learn and I grow to articulate like what I want and what I'm going for. Hey, I don't like as much reverb. Like it's making my notes sound like very dissonant because they're clashing and things like that. So I'd say, yeah, this is the most like a very, very good learning experience for me. Being like a client in the studio, but also like learning as an apprentice to be an audio engineer. Of like, what does he choose to do? How does, like, let's say, with like a drum, I forgot what it's called. It's not compression, but it's when it's like the hit of the drums, like aligning it. Yeah, the transients, and then also when like let's say you have it on a snare or a kick, like it lowers the volume of that in line with like something else.
Side chaining.
I like see why he chooses what he chooses to do with our band. I'm like certain creative decisions that he chooses for us compared to like for example like another client that I've sat in for. So I've really learned a lot from that.
When I went to record my bass lines, the first time I got pink eye before I could get to the studio. This was like, it happened like a day before, a few days before, and I felt so bad. I was like, hey man, I'm sorry. I have pink eye. I don't think you want me in the studio. And that sucked. And it was just a lot of just taking care of that. It's because I have like a lot of sinus issues. And so I had a sinus infection that like went out into my eye. It was terrible, which is better now. But I had to cancel. And then because of that, and just the other sinus infection stuff I was dealing with, I wasn't really able to practice that much because I was just trying to like recover. So then when I showed up to the studio the first day, it was rough. I'm not gonna lie. I showed up and I did not have my parts down that well, and I felt really bad. I felt so bad, and it was just not going well. It was like, let's just like, there was a time he was like, you know what, like, we'll give you like, we'll go take a break and you can practice your parts and then you'll come back and like we'll be fine. It didn't help. It didn't fix it. I just did not know him yet. And it's just because I was during this time just writing these parts, and, you know, and it's not like I was rushing them, but I was just getting them done and then going to the next and getting them going, and I didn't go back to practice a lot. That was rough. And then there was the point where I was like listening to the track I had of what I played to remember what I was playing on my phone, and he was like, wait, Carlos, the engineer, was like, wait, you have the track already? Like you recorded it already? And I was like, yeah, at home. Like but he's like, but it's through the same pedal, because I was using the quad cortex, and so it's going through the same exact interface that I would be going through here. And I was like, yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing. And he was like, why don't you just send me that then? And I was like, because Andres told me I had to come to the studio to record it, and because he thought that like that was necessary, but it wouldn't have changed. It's the same exact sound, which is cool because that means all my live shows, I can bring the same exact sound that's from the track to the live shows, the same exact sound. But he didn't know that I thought that, but then I didn't say anything because he was like, oh, we're gonna come to, you know, add special analog magic, but it's going through the quad cortex anyway, so it's not gonna. Yeah. So then I just sent him the tracks. I just, you know, and then it worked out. Thank God, because I did not know the parts. It was really rough.
People can find us on Instagram as Silver Angel Official, and then in our Instagram we have a Linktree link that takes you to our Spotify account or YouTube account or TikTok account. You can check all of our updates there. We also have SoundCloud. If you have SoundCloud and you want to go listen,
I did not know we
have a SoundCloud. In the future, we'll have more. If we actually like start having shows, we'll post the days of the shows there where you can purchase tickets, and or merch. We'll in the future post it there when we have it. But for now, you can go follow us at Instagram, Silver Angel Official on Instagram. And
is that one word?
Yeah, it's
no docs or anything.
Silver Angel _ official.
Oh, Silver Angel _ official.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
That's how.
I don't know.
Or just if you look up on Instagram Silver Angel, you might pop up there.
What if there's like 5 of us? What if we all change our Instagram handles to Silver? And then we're just like numbered. Like
that was the idea, right? We're all one of the angels, you know?
Maybe.
And we can't go numbers, then we're like copying Sleep Token. If we're like 1, 2, 3, yeah.
Sorry,
that'd be rough.
Yeah.
The allegations will never end.
If you play an instrument, keep going. At the beginning, it might seem like, well, you know, maybe like you don't feel good enough. Maybe you feel like you're struggling. Maybe you feel like it's not worth your time to keep trying, but you keep trying, you're gonna get there, because everybody gets there. Everybody starts from the bottom, and it's like that in life. So at least with us, this band wouldn't be nothing if I hadn't started and all of them hadn't joined and we hadn't taken the step forward as a band to do things. So for everybody that chooses to listen to us and follows us and check us out, thank you. You guys are like very important to us, and we really appreciate that you're taking your time to listen to our music.
Hard work beats talent every time. So just always keep that in mind, especially if you feel like someone's better than you. You know, it's not for nothing. Hard work beats talent. Practice is super important. Shout out to everyone who supported our band. Shout out to my family. I think that's a big part of why I'm able to do this and why I am where I am. all my friends. Thank you guys for supporting my projects and things like that. So it's for me.
Like you said, I mean, you have to commit to being bad at something before you can get good at it, and you have to be like, you have to love sucking so you can love succeeding. And I feel, music is one of the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest thing in life. And for me, music is everything to me, and the fact that I get to share it with people makes me so happy. And I really hope that you guys enjoy listening to the music we make as much as I enjoy making it, because it's my favorite thing to do in life, honestly.